You have been taught to admire the wrong kind of power. The roar of the lion, the charge of the bull, the king on his golden throne. Society sells you a fantasy of overt dominance, a loud, brutish, and ultimately fragile form of control. This is a strategic misdirection, a lie fed to the masses to keep them predictable and easily conquered. The true art of power, the kind that endures empires and topples dynasties, is silent. It is invisible. It is the art of dominating without ever being perceived as the dominator. This is the forbidden knowledge of masters like Machiavelli and Sun Tzu. They understood that the greatest strength is to be underestimated. While your rivals fight for the spotlight, you must learn to command the shadows. The spotlight makes you a target. The shadows make you a god. Sun Tzu declared that the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. This is not pacifism. It is the pinnacle of strategic cruelty. It is about shaping the battlefield so completely that your opponent's defeat is a foregone conclusion before the first blow is ever struck. You do this by manipulating their perception, feeding their ego, guiding their assumptions, and setting traps not for their bodies, but for their minds. You let them believe they are winning. You encourage their arrogance. You make them the hero of a story whose ending you have already written. Their victory is the cage you have built for them. Machiavelli, in his cold-blooded wisdom, advised that it is better to be feared than loved. But the modern fool misunderstands this. They think fear is generated through loud threats and displays of force. This is amateurish. True, lasting fear is the fear of the unknown. It is the chilling realization that your life is being influenced by forces you cannot see. When you operate from the shadows, your intentions are unknowable. Your capabilities are immeasurable. You become a ghost in their machine, a whisper in their strategic councils. They will not fear you, the person. They will fear the unnerving pattern of their own failures, never realizing you are the artist behind their despair. To practice this art, you must first kill the ego. Your need for recognition, for credit, for applause, is your greatest strategic vulnerability. It is the hook upon which your enemies will hang you. The invisible sovereign does not care who gets the credit, so long as he gets the outcome. Let another man take the throne, let him wear the crown and endure the assassination attempts. You will be the quiet advisor, the unassuming strategist, the one whose subtle suggestions become the king's unbreakable laws, the one who truly rules. This requires a radical shift in perception. You must stop seeing the world as a stage and start seeing it as a chessboard. On a stage, actors crave the audience's attention. On a chessboard, the most powerful pieces often move the least, controlling critical squares through silent threat alone. Your words must become instruments of precision. You will stop arguing and start framing. You will stop debating and start suggesting. You will learn the power of the leading question, the strategically leaked piece of information, the rumor planted in the right ear. You will make others argue your case for you, convinced it was their own idea. This is the mastery of indirect influence. People will resist a command, but they will fight to the death for a conclusion they believe they reached themselves. Your job is to be the architect of their conclusions. While others are busy building walls, you will be building bridges. Bridges that lead them exactly where you want them to go, all while they thank you for the freedom of the journey. This path is not for everyone. It requires immense discipline, patience, and a comfort with being fundamentally misunderstood. The world will not see your victories. There will be no statues erected in your honor. You will be a phantom of history, your legacy written not in books, but in the results you manufactured from the darkness. If you have listened this far, it is because you have outgrown the childish need for applause. You are ready for a higher form of power. The seed of invisible influence has been planted in your mind. It cannot be unplanted. Therefore, this is not a request, but a ritual. When you subscribe to this channel and comment with the word "Ghost," you are not just clicking a button, you are making a silent pact. You are marking yourself as a student of the unseen arts, a member of a legion that moves in shadows. This is not a channel, it is a war council, and you are now at the table. Now, go. Become the whisper that topples empires. Become the silence that is more feared than any sword.